You are highly welcome to data formatting and cleaning using Excel. If you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe to this channel, Learn with Peace Obadi. Peace Joshua-Owie, Learn with Peace Joshua-Owie. So we are going to dive straight right in without wasting our time. We're going to dive straight right in without wasting so much time, and we're going to talk about a whole lot of things. So quickly, let's check that out. So what would you learn today? What you will learn today? We're going to learn cell formatting, number formatting, conditional formatting, cell styles, freezing and centering, merging and centering, freezing, data cleaning, sort and filtering, common data issues, and basic data cleaning techniques. That's what we are going to learn today. So we're going to start with the formatting. So formatting data makes data easy to read and present. So when the data is formatted, it's easy to read. Apart from it being easy to read, it's presentable, it looks good to the eye, and it's also easy to interpret. That's why it's essential that when you get a data, you format it in such a way that you would be able to easily interpret it and present it for reporting. So there are some tools that are in that you use for formatting. The basic tools are the bold, italic, underline. I mentioned that yesterday. The bold, the italic, the underline. We also talked about the shortcuts for them. The font size and color too, the cell color, the borders, and the number formatting. So we're going to be looking at them one after the other. So that this will take us to our next slide, and that is common used formatting. Common used formatting. So the first one we have there is cell formatting. So I'll be doing practical, doing it on my system, doing it on my Excel sheet, so you understand what it means to format a cell. So okay, this is an Excel. This is a data we're going to be working on, but however, I'll just use it to show us how we format a cell. So in this you can see that this is a CSV format type. So I just copied and pasted this. I used it for an SQL report. So is what we are going to be working on today. But nonetheless, let me start with the cell formatting that I earlier talked about. One of the formatting. So cell formatting it involves everything around. I had earlier said yesterday that cell is the smallest unit in a sheet. The smallest unit in a sheet is called a cell. So this small box that is circled in green is called a cell. So how do you format a cell? How do you format a cell? Formatting a cell, what is inside a cell and what is also inside a cell. Okay, let me just use one of these as illustration. I'll copy and I'll paste in F in F2. So the item inside this F2, I want to format it. So I could start with bold, make it bold. I'll just remove what's in there and make it just Mary. So bold, are you seeing it? I could make it italic. That's this other after the B is like a slant I. It's called italic. So you can italicize your cell or the item in your cell. This is underline. If I click on it, you see that it's written underline, Control U, that's the shortcut for it, underline. So if I click underline, you see that Mary is underlined inside the cell. Okay, so what about the borders of the cell? So this is for the grid lines, the borders of the cell. This one means bottom border. It means only border it at the bottom. Okay, are you seeing it? Only at the bottom. So if I go there and remove, so the next one is top border. It means border it at the top. So this is at the top. What if I say, oh, I want to border it at the left? This is left border. The next one is right border. The other one is no border. You don't want border at all. Maybe you have put border in the Excel sheets, in the cell, and you no longer want border anymore. You can remove border. If there are many cells, what you need to do is to highlight all the cells that you don't want the border to be in and click on no border. So if it is a particular cell, just one cell, you can just click on that cell and click no border. It means all the lines at the edges of the cell, all of them will wipe off. So this one means all border. It means all the edges border it. So we'll put no border. Are you seeing it? All border. All border. At the top there's border, down border. Like at the four corners of the cell there is a border. So if I also click no border in this, are you seeing it? Everything that I clicked will also be no, all bordered. Are you getting it? The border will be in all of the cells, one by one, one by one. So I will just go back and click no border again so that we can, illustrate using the others. So this other one is outside border. It means border only the outside. If it is just one cell, if you are bordering only the outside, you will not really feel it. But when it's so many cells you are clicking, and then you go and click outside border, are you seeing it? It will only, border will only appear on the outside of the selected cells. The border will only appear on the outside of the selected cells. That is outside border. So what if we go to tick border? So I'll click no border first, then tick border. This is how a tick border looks like. Tick border, the outside that is bordered is tick. The outside that is bordered is tick. That's what it means to have tick border. So this is particularly useful. All the borders are useful depending on what you are actually trying to achieve and what you are trying to do. So I'll go back and click no border just to illustrate the others. So if you see this one, bottom double border, this is particularly used when you are summing, when you want to do a summation. That's what people use this for the most. So bottom double border, this is it. Are you seeing it? The border at the bottom is double. So the people mostly use it for total, sum total. They want to total a large data, and then they want to end at that, so they use that for the double bottom border for it. So another one is tick bottom border. tick bottom border. Tick bottom border, just like I said, you can either select all the cells or you select just one cell, it will still be the same effect. So the tick bottom border will give you this, so the bottom will be thick. Are you seeing it? The bottom will be thick. So another one we have here is top and bottom border. It means at the top and at the bottom you want to border it. You want to border it at the top and at the bottom. You want to border it. Then the other one is top and thick border. It means at the top you want a line border, not so thick. At the bottom you want a thick bottom border. You want the bottom to be very thick. So I'll show you an example. This is how it looks. The up is not thick, it's just a line through. Then the bottom of it is a thick border. So then the next one is top and bottom border. Top and double bottom border. I'll show you this. This is also mostly used for equals to, like a summation, arithmetic summation, so mathematical summation, financial summation. So that's what this is mostly used for. This is also a type of border. So you choose from the option which one you want to use, what you want, how you want it to be, the design, and then you highlight your cells and then you border it. So another thing I will be taking us on is coloring. The coloring of the cell. Okay, this is it. After the bottom, the border, the next one you see is fill color. It's called fill color in Excel. All these are inside the front group, inside the home tab. It means this fill color is a command from yesterday's teaching. This fill color is a command. So if I click on the fill, it will select the background of the cell. Notice what happened. It will select the background of the cell. It will select the background of the cell. That's exactly what will happen. So, but if you want to change, you can also change the background color of the cell to any of this. Let me use this. Are you seeing it? It has changed. Okay. You can also use, let's say, blue. It has changed. You can also use purple. It has changed. So any color that you want to use, you can pick from here. And if you feel that, oh, the colors that are here, I really don't like it, or I want something, a blend, I want a more deeper color, a more lighter color, you can choose more color. And if you say, oh, I have colored it before, I don't want to color it again, I don't want color anymore, just click on the fill color and come to no fill. The background color of the cell disappears. That's what happened. The background color of the cell disappears. So if, like I said, if you want to select more colors, you are not okay with the theme colors in this place, you want to select more colors, you want to be able to, make it work to your color combinations, so you can just go to more colors and you'll be able to do that. Also, you'll be able to choose any color of your choice. There are so many colors here. This is custom. You can choose red, you can choose the shade of red, the model of the red. If you are choosing blue, the model of the blue. If you see mine, you see that mine red, green and blue, and hence they are in the same number, so it means I'm expecting them to move in the same wave. So if red is moving in the same wave, blue is moving in the same wave, green is moving in the same wave. So What I mean is that the shadow of their thickness, they should move in the same wave. If you see this black is moving in the same wave, are you getting it? From the light, very light that looks like white, down to a very thick black. So it's moving that way. The same thing with these colors that are here, the red, the green, the blue, they are moving in the same, wave dimension, so to speak. So this is the beauty of this fill color, is that you can actually select a cell, get the color and go to custom and keep the color to use in another place. This is what I'm saying. I'll explain that. So if I select this whole place and I make it, let's say, this color, and then this color I've already selected, like I said, I've already selected this color. I can just, after selecting these cells, I can simply go and, instead of selecting another cell, the colors that I've selected before is still there, so I can just click once and then it reflects in the sheet, in the cells that I'm trying to paste those background colors on. So that's what happened. But this is the beauty, another beauty of this fill color, is if after I have selected this green, you see the last one I selected was no fill, and let's say there is a custom color of let me choose a custom color that is not there. Okay, this kind of purple, and that kind of purple is not here. Are you seeing it? The kind of purple is not here because I chose a custom color, and I have chosen no fill before. So it means that shade of purple has gone. But I want to select this cell and I want to make it this shade of purple, but I will not be able to get it again since the shade of purple is not here. Notice, recently used, the shade of purple is here. Are you seeing it? So all the recently used, apart from this, below the standard colors, you see the recently used, the colors that you used recently. And if they are not here, all you need to do is come here to this place, click on the fill color, go to more colors. Are you seeing it? It will show you that the standard color of the cell you have selected is purple. Then you can just click OK. It will come back to the fill color again. I don't know if you understand that. I want to know if you understand that, so I will know if I should recap what I had said. Do you understand what I just said? Okay, I will just continue. Okay, so like I had said, okay, I should recap. I would recap. Okay, so I'll recap that. I said that if you look at this color, let's say I've done a lot of I've made use of a lot of colors, and this purple that I selected, remember I selected it from a custom color, and I may not even know where the color is, and I want everything on my sheet to be that custom color that I have selected. If I click on this fill color, the arrow under this fill color, there is no way this color will be here. The color will not be here, because if you look at this purple, this kind of purple is accent 5, and it's not the same kind of purple that is here. The same way, if I choose the next purple, it's not the same kind of purple that is there. Are you getting it? If I choose the other kind of purple, it's not the same kind of purple. So the shades of the colors that I have does not align with the custom color that I had earlier selected. So to simply get back this color, even though you may not know which one you had selected, instead of wasting time looking for how to select it, you either click on the cell or the cells, any of the cell where you had previously selected the color, then go to fill color. In case you don't find it in recent color, just go to more colors and you will automatically find it here. It's called new current. You see it as new current. It means the cell you are currently selecting is the current color in that cell is this shade of purple, which is exactly what we wanted. The next thing we'll do, we click OK, and it will automatically register in this fill color option. So we can just go back to the cell we had, we premeditated in our mind to make the color purple, and just go there and color it. Are you seeing it? So that's how it works. So you either find it in recent colors, or you just go to home color, more colors, and see it in, are you seeing it? So because it was no color, so the cell that does not have color, once I select it and go to more colors, it will show that the cell is white. There is no color on it. The cell is white. That's how it works. So whatsoever cell that you select, whatsoever color that is in that cell, background color that is in that cell, it will automatically show in the new current when you click on more colors under the fill color. So the next one I'll go into is coloring the text. This Mary, you can see that this Mary is in black. The color of Mary is in black. I'll just change all these colors to a plain color. You can see that this Mary is in black color. Why can't you say, oh, I don't want Mary to be in black color. I don't want Mary to be black. I don't want the color to be black. I want the color to be a different color. Maybe because I had highlighted a very dark shade. Let me give you an example. Let's say the color I fill this with is navy blue. I fill this with navy blue. You can't see the name Mary again because it's a dark color upon a dark color. So I want to change the Mary so that Mary will be obvious, but I also want to keep the background navy blue. So what do? I'll simply go to Mary and then change the color text to what? To maybe white. Are you seeing it? Now Mary is obvious. Mary is obvious because we have changed the Mary color to white. That's how it works. So you are able to change the color of the text. You are also able to change the color of, this is font color. It's called font color. To change the color of the text is called font color. To change the color of the background is called fill color. Don't forget that. To change the color of the background, the background of a cell is called fill color. To change the background of the font, to change the font color, to change the text color, the color of the text is called font color. So you can also change the font type. This is where you change the font type. Are you seeing it? The font type. You can see if I click App Store display, this is how it will show. If I click, let me click something a bit different. Okay, are you seeing it? So here is how I change the font. I can change it to big, small, Algeria. Let me use Algeria. So if you see you see the way the font text is. The mirror is not the way it used to be anymore because I have changed the font style. So you can see there are a lot here. You can select from different fonts what you want and how you want it to be. There are a lot in Excel. You can see different type of fonts. It's called fonts. Different type of text fonts, they are called fonts. So you can change it. There are many here. So whichever one, are you seeing it? The goodie start. You can see how big the Mary is and how the text is displayed. So this is where you can change the fonts, the text, the font text. So the most popular is Arial. The one people use the most is Arial, but it doesn't mean that when you use yours it will not be accepted. So it depends on what you like, but in most organizations they prefer using Arial. So then this is the font size. You can choose to make it very big, you can choose to make it very small. This is where you change the size. Are you seeing it? As I keep going down, the size of Mary keeps increasing. Are you seeing it? So to 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So this is where you change the size of the font. So in situations where I want to say, okay, financial statement, let me just click, make this place navy blue. Mary is here, but I'll just change it to financial statement. So are you seeing it? See what just happened? So I've highlighted everywhere navy blue, and then this I kept it at white. I kept it to still remain white color. So we'll go to the next one, and that is number formatting. What is number formatting? I'll treat conditional formatting last. There's a reason why, because I want us to use this text for conditional formatting. So for the number formatting, this is how it works. So there are percentage, there are currencies, there are dates in the number formatting. You get it? So we'll go to the number section and then we'll just format our numbers there. Okay, so this is it. In this number formatting, if you click on this arrow here, you see all of them here. All of them. The general, the number, the currency, the accounting, the short date, the long date. Okay, let me give an instance. Let's say today's date is 2nd of 4th April 2025. That's today's date. I can change this date type to display in any way that I want it to display. it automatically showed dates. But this is what I can do. I can make it a short date or a long date. This is it. If I make it a long date, it will show Tuesday, February 4th, 2025. But is it actually February 4th? No, it's not February 4th. And I know it's not February 4th. So why is it giving me February 4th? It's because it doesn't know what kind of date it is. So this is where I will not inform the I'll have to inform the system that no, it is date I'm talking about. It's not, the date is not February. You get it? So if I click on, they are also here: numbers, alignments, fonts, border, fill, protection. So the font cell, format cell this is it. So when you, how did I get here? When I click on this arrow here, more number format, it will bring me here to format cell. There's a shortcut for it too. There's a shortcut for it. So, but meanwhile, I'll just go there. I'll prefer you learn without shortcut so that you can easily understand it. You know what you use the shortcut for. So when you learn directly, you know where all the commands are, where all the tabs are, where all the groups are. It will be easy. You know where to go and how to go there. And so it's easy for you to understand that, okay, I know where bold is. This is what I want to do. I want to bold in this text. I want to italicize this text. I want to underline this text. I want to fill color. I want to color the font. So it's easy to understand. So I will suggest, I'm just suggesting that if you are just starting out in Excel, please try to master these things first. Try to understand the basics of how they work first before thinking of shortcuts. Just my own opinion. So here you can change the date. There are different type of dates here. We have this type of dates. We click, we have this kind of dates. So it means it's February. No, it's not February. So you are going to go there and tell it that it's not February. So it means you are going to say 4th, 2nd, 4th. Are you seeing it? It automatically fills it as April. So it takes the month first, and then the day next, and then the year last. So this is how it works. Wednesday, April 2nd for the long dates. So there are many dates. You can also add time to it. Are you seeing it? Instead of making it date, you can add the time. Say, oh, what's the time? Don't put the date. It will automatically put the date. But in the formula bar, you see the date. April 2nd, 2025. But the time is what will be displayed in the cell. So I'll just go back and change it to a short date. Or preferably, I'll change it to this kind of date. I want it to be April 25. Yes, this is what it will show me. So that's that for selecting cells and changing of dates. Then the next thing is number. Let me use 0817016. Are you seeing it? If you notice, the 0 will disappear. Why would the 0 disappear? Because numbers don't start with 0. Number starts from 1. So you might need to change this. If it's a number, it will have to start from 1. There is nothing like zero in zero is a number, but zero is added to the front of a number, not the back of the number. So except you are saying no, it's not number, it's not a number, don't keep it as a number, it's a text. So if you add zero at the end, are you seeing it? It will stay. The zero will stay. 0 is 0, 0 is 1, and so on. So the zero begins a number only if you are formatting it as a text. If it is a number, it will not show. The system will the Excel will automatically remove the zero, so the zero will not be there. So if you are clicking 080, 090, a Nigerian number, and you want to create it as, you want to fill in phone numbers, you have to convert it to text first. It means you can just simply highlight all the cells and go to where it is and then turn it to a text. Once you turn it into a text, it will automatically convert those numbers to text, so they can stay and they will not be considered numbers. You get it? So that's how it works. So there is scientific, these are types of formatting. It's a number formatting. We have accounting. Accounting is for currency. Okay, let me come here and do 6,500. Let me change it to accounting, so you see, are you seeing it? It automatically changes it to $6,500. $6,500 as accounting. Are you getting it? So because accounting deals with numbers, money, so it's not just numbers there, no, it's money that accounting, is involved, make use of financial resources basically. So for currency, this is where you select the currency too. There is also a currency format, currency. So you want to say, oh, I don't want naira, it's not a dollar that I want other currency. This is where you get it. What you just simply do, come to the you click the arrow under the number group, and then more number formats, and then you see options here. For current, all the number formats will show up here, the alignment will show up here, the font will show up here, the border will show up here, the field will show up here, and if you want to protect the cell, it will also show up here. So this is what happens. So for the alignment, for the currency, you just click on the number, format cells, number, currency, and then sample currency, symbol. The symbol of the currency, you just select it. If there are different kind of currency here, Armenia, Azerbaijani, Baki, Bitcoin, Georgia, Kazai, Russia, Zakai, Tatar. There are many currencies here. There's even, you can see English Canada dollars, English Hong Kong Thai. So there are different currency here. Different Spanish, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Welsh, Latin. There's even Nigeria. Nigeria currency, and Nigeria currency have, because we are so many, so they have different states. Some states have currency type, like Edo states. We have many of our people, many Edo people there. So Edo Naira is there. Fulan Naira, that's abbreviated to be Fulani Naira. Then Hausa Naira, Ibibio Naira, Nigeria, Igbo Naira, Kanuri Naira, Yoruba Naira. These are the Naira currencies that are here. But we all know naira is naira, so you can decide to pick anyone, even if it's Igbo naira, Ibibio naira, Hausa naira, Edo naira. Me, I really don't have preference when it comes to, as far as the sign is there, the sign is there. So they are not going to write Igbo naira in the sign. So if I pick Hausa naira, it's going to turn to 6,600. The sample is here, so even before you click OK, you can see the sample at the top of it. So if you want it to be decimal places, the decimal places that you want, you can choose. You can also pick it here. You can see that it's my 6,500 is in 2 decimal places, so I can change it to 3 decimal places. I can also reduce it to no decimal places. So the decimal place, I'll just choose 0. So what if the number is in negative? So I'll drag this down. What if it's in negative? What if it's in minus? How would the negative number be? This is an option to choose negative number. So it's either you use minus 6,500, or you put the 6,500 in red to indicate that is minus. Okay, so these are the 2 options that are available. Or you shift the minus and the amount to the middle, so that it will show that it will be obvious that it's a negative amount. Or you shift it to the middle and color it red, which is this last one. Make the text red to show that the amount is a negative number. So I'll just go to currency, accounting. So whatsoever thing we select in this currency, it automatically pulls into accounting. So you can see that the symbol here is Hausa naira. So then the date, like I earlier said, there are many options for dates. So you can choose the English that you also want, what kind of English. So American is just preferable, or United Kingdom, that's what I choose, but the choice is yours. So there are languages, you can choose from for the date. So that's how it works. So what about the time? I had earlier mentioned how you want the time to be. If it is time you are selecting, is it do you want it to have millisecond, seconds, like that? So this is hour, the next one is minutes, then the other one is seconds. So if you are making use of large data and you need to show the minutes, the seconds and the hour, you can just come here and format your data to be that way. So there is percentage, you want to change it to percentage, it's fine. Then this is fraction. This is how the way you want to fraction is up to 1 digit, up to 2 digits, up to 3 digits. So the fractions are here too. So this is scientific. The way scientific is 7 trillion, and then the amount keeps counting and counting and counting, and so just to reduce it, they will now abbreviate it to 7 points, this plus 0.3. So if you want it to be scientific, you can also come here to make it so. Then text special, you want to make it in a special way, you can also come here. And you want to custom it, you want to design it the way you want it. This is where we can say, okay, month, I want the month, the year to come before, you understand the way you want it to come. Okay, let me give an example like this one we had earlier selected. You just go here, custom. So you can see there is month, day. Are you seeing it? The month comes first, the day comes next, and then the year comes last. I can also change it to however I want it to be. So when I come to custom, I can change it to how I want it to be. Let's say I want it to be I want it to be just month and year, like I had earlier chosen. That's this. You can just come here and do it. I see it. It has gone back to April 25. So that's how you use this. So these are some of the fonts that we had selected here inside this number format, sorry. So you can either go here to do it, or if you want to make use of the ones here, you can just come here and do it. I see it. So more accounting formats. So it will just take you directly to the number format. So once you come here, this is for percentage, this is for comma. So let's say I use 7,800. There is no comma in this amount, so I can just come here and click comma. I can come here to remove the decimal places. If I want to add the decimals, I can come here to add. That's what these are used for. So I want to change the currency back to Naira. So I'll just come here to the currency and then simply change it to Naira. So our time is fast spent, so I'll just continue from there. Just that the topic in today's course, they really do need detailed explanation. So the next one we'll be looking at is cell style. The style of the cell. Cell style. So you apply predefined style for a consistent look. Access the home tab, cell styles. So, and you see the cell styles. So we'll go back to our Excel. This is cell styles here. You can see it. Can you see it? How you want the cell to be. How you want the cell to be. This is instead of doing the long journey, doing the bold, doing the italic, doing the underline, you can just come to these cell styles and choose any one that you want. That's how easy it can be. So once you come to these cell styles, you can see normal, you can see bad, you can see good, and you can see that the color and their radiations, they kind of suit it real well. You can see the notes, you can see the total self. You see, you can see the transcends in the colors. So instead of doing it on your own, you can just come here and pick any one that is already done. That's the beauty of it. So we have good and bad, good, bad, and neutral. These are the ones you see here. We have data and model. These are the ones you see here. Output, warning text. We have titles and headings. If you want to title it, if you want to give it heading, the size of the headings and the titles are using it for the cells. Then we have theme and cell styles. That's where you see all these ones. So you can see if I click on this, the text I would type in that cell will be automatically white. So I don't need to start going, let me look for white. Let me look for white. Let me look for another color. Let me look for what will blend. It's easy for me to know that the white blends with green, and I like this beauty. I can pick it and then I select it, and then it goes. So this is it here. Any text I'm going to type in this cell will automatically be white. So this one, any text I'm going to type will automatically be black. Get it? So there are more commands here. You want to change the cell styles, you want a new cell styles. Maybe you are making do with a large data set, and then you don't want to go around to keep formatting, selecting some black, yellow, red. You want to keep the formatting. You can just make do with these cell styles. You get it? You keep a certain format, you type the style name, the style you want to call it, how you want it to be, and then automatically every time you want to do your formatting, anytime you want to do the formatting relating to a certain certain numbers of cells, once you type the cell style, everything, all what you want it to do, it will just reflect on all the cells that you have highlighted. So this is the importance of this cell style. So it's very, very useful. It's very useful. It helps you, work faster. It helps you work really, 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 really faster. So that's why it's important to know about this cell style. So you can change the cell anyhow you want it, how you want it. Choose the border, choose the font, choose the font size. You get it? Choose the alignment, choose the number. You get it? Choose the border, choose the fill. If you want it shade, if you even want it locked, you can also choose it in this style, cell styles. So that's all about these cell styles. Then the next one I will address is merging and centering. Merging and centering. So we still have some topic to go. So merging and centering. So how do you merge and how do you center? So I'll go back. Merging and centering is the next one. So I'll go back to my Excel sheet and I will just simply show you how merging and centering works. Please do let me know if you are following. Okay, you're not seeing the command. Okay, I'll zoom in, not to worry. Okay, so can you see it now? Can you see my screen? If you can see it, please do let me know. Can you see the screen? Okay, I should please recap. Okay, no problem. So I'll recap on that so you can see my screen. Okay, no problem, thank you. So I'll recap the cell styles so we understand what I'm saying. So I'll zoom in so that you see the cell styles, how it works. Okay, so this is the cell styles. See where my cursor is? That's the cell style. So once you click on it, the cell, okay, what I will do is like it's not showing, but what I can do is I would screenshot it so that and drop it on the group so that it's not showing. It's not showing, that's true. So I'll screenshot it and be dropping it on the group for summary sake. So after the end of the lecture, you will see, I'll screenshot it and drop it on the group, so you see the icon that is there and everything that I've talked about cell styling and how it works. Does that all go well with every one of us? Are you okay with that? Please signify, let me know. Okay, Okay, so I'll just continue. So but the centering and merging is in the alignment group. I really do not know why YouTube is not picking it up when I click, or it's supposed to. But however, I'll just continue. So the alignment, in this alignment, the align left is to move your text or whatsoever you're typing to the left. Align center is to keep it in the middle. Align right is to move the text to the right, just like this April 2025. If I can move it to the left, it will go to the edge, left side. I can move it to the center, it will stay in the center. I can move it to the right, it will go to the edge of the right. So I can also take it up, I can take it down. Get it? I can keep it up, I can keep it down. So whichever one. I can also slant it. So instead of it, I don't want it to be on a straight line like horizontal. I want it to have a different, maybe vertical. I can do it this way. Are you seeing it? The April 2025 will change and it will turn this way. I can change the text. I say, oh, I don't want it to be April 2025. I want it to be anti-clockwise. So it will be like this, anti-clockwise. I don't want it to be anti-clockwise. I want it to be angle counterclockwise. I can also click it, it becomes angle counterclockwise. I can also rotate the text, then rotate text down. Format cell alignment. This is where you get the alignment from where we were even coming from earlier. So it's still the same thing. So this one is for dent. So I'll just go back and make it back to where so I'll take it back to horizontal shape. So that is that for that. So for the wrap and center, once you click here, merge, you see in this place you see wrap text. Wrap text is, for instance, let's say I want to say John is a good boy. He's a good boy and a perfect trainer for his age. And would make a great doctor. If you notice, the cell, the words in the cell, they are so longer than the size of the cell. So what am I going to do? I'm going to wrap the cell so that everything appears inside the cell. Are you seeing it? So the cell, I now wrapped every word that I typed concerning John inside the cell. I don't want anything to leave that particular cell. So in the cell now, you can now see John is a good boy and a perfect trainer for his age and would make a great doctor. You seen it? So that's what wrap text is used for. So merge and center. So to merge and center is like saying, oh, I want all the cell to carry one word, one thing. Like this financial statement that I had this financial statement that I had selected, I can say, oh, I want everything to be in this, I want to merge it and center it, so that everything in this space will carry financial statement, everything. So from F2 to O3 should carry financial statements. So you just quick go here and turn it to merge and center. So immediately you turn it to merge and center, the whole highlighted cells become one, and the word that was in F2 become the center in the merged cells. So another way to do it is to click on the arrow beside the merge and center and just go down, and then there is merge and center, merge across, merge cell, and unmerge. So I'll just click on merge. Get it? So that's how to use merge and center. So another thing we'll look at today is freezing. Freezing is a very useful tool. I like it a lot. I use it a lot as well. So freezing is a very useful tool. So how do you freeze? How do you freeze? So this is how you freeze. This is how you freeze. You see this Excel that I've selected, all these things that I've selected. Let's say I don't want this cell in these cells that I have selected. I want the up to remain constant. It means anytime I scroll down, I want to be able to read it. So imagine I'm scrolling down like this. You can see that the financial statement is gone. If I scroll down, the financial statement is gone. But if I freeze it, the financial statement will still be where it is, even if I keep scrolling down. This is how it works. There are two types of freezing. The first one is you are freezing only the row. I'll just show you. So when you go to the view, under the window, don't forget, when you go to the view tab, under the window group, you will see the freeze pans. The freeze pans. There are two types of freeze pans. You are either freezing only the first row, the first column, or you are three types, or you are freezing the pans. It means freezing pans means you are freezing both row and column. So I will do the two for you. So first one is freeze pans. You are freezing the row and the column. Second one, you are freezing only the top row. The third one, you are freezing only the first column. So this is how it works. So if I'm freezing only I'm freezing pans. For me to freeze pans, I have to go to where the edge between the row and the column that I want to freeze. So I want to freeze E and I want to freeze F. The intersection of both E and F is where I will put I'll click on to be able to freeze pans. Do you understand that? Please indicate if you understand. You can't see anything. Oh, okay. Why? Can you see my screen? I'm in an Excel sheet. Please indicate if you can. Oh, okay. Somebody said, teacher, you have left me behind. Okay, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Okay. I've not touched conditional formatting yet. So, should I go over free spans? Do you understand free spans? Kindly let me know if you want me to repeat free spans. Okay, I should reduce the zone. Okay, I will. Okay. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay, I'm reducing the zoom. I have reduced the zoom for the Excel. I've reduced it. Just move it here so you see what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to treat free spans again. So the free spans, I said that to get the free spans, you have to go to view, the view tab at the top of the Excel, at the top of the Excel menu, like one of the Excel menu, the view tab. You now, once you click on the view tab, there are other groups. There are groups under the view tab. We have sheet view, the first one, group, workbook views, show, zoom, window, and macros. I now said under the window, which is the second to the last, you will see what they call free spans. New window, arranger, and then the next one is free spans. Free spans is used to freeze, to keep rows and column constant while you make movements within the cells. That's what it's used for. To keep rows and column constant while you make movements within the cells. There is freeze first row, there's freeze first column, just like that. So, but I'll make use of free spans so that it will be easy, because that's the hardest for people to understand. So for the free spans, how to do a free spans, what you do is the edge, the cell that is standing at edge between the row that you want to freeze and the column that you want to freeze is where you will put your cursor click, is where you will click with your cursor before going to the freeze spans. So let's say I want to freeze this place from this cell 3 upward for the row. Then the column I want to freeze F4 down. So I want to keep it at edge, so it will be like in the form of table. So this is what I'll do. So that's where I put my click. After clicking on the cell, I'll simply go to freeze pans and I will freeze the pans. Once I freeze the pans, you see 2 lines like a cross will show in between. So the row, a long line will show, and the column, a long line will show, meaning I have freeze pans. So this is what I'm saying. if I keep going this way, the column E4 backward is freeze. Like that column, the column E to A to E is freeze, because that's where I put, that was the edge I put my cursor before I freeze the pants. Then what if I go down? You see the financial statement is freezed. Are you seeing it? Financial statement is freezed. That's what freeze pants is used for, and it happens to be a very useful tool if you are doing financial statement, maybe income statement, profit and loss, lease liability, or any other form of accounting. Even if it's not accounting, it's maybe a personal budgeting, a personal planning, and you want to freeze pants, you want the up and you want the row, a certain row and column to remain the same, you can just go to freeze pants. If you want only the row to remain the same, just that in this one, if I unfreeze the pants, the freeze top row only applies to the first row 1. So if you are freezing row, the row only freezes the top. That's the disadvantage of this freeze top row. So freeze first column, it also applies to the column, to the first column, which is A, only A. Are you getting it? So, but for me, I prefer using freeze pants. So when I use freeze pants, it's easy for me to navigate. So the top is constant, the column, the rows that I want to be constant is constant, and the column that I want to be constant is constant, and I can play around in the Excel sheet the way I want it. So that is for freeze pants. So the next one I'll go to is conditional formatting. We're supposed to treat working with data, but however, this is what we're supposed to. We had already spent so much time we have spent so much time on common use formatting because it's a very broad topic. So it's important I explain them one after the other so it's easy to understand. So for the conditional formatting is a very useful tool, very useful tool. You want to highlight sales that are greater than 1,000 naira, or sales that in green, highlight sales that are less than 1,000 naira in blue. You can use conditional formatting, just like the name sounds. Formatting it based on certain conditions and criteria. That is why it is called conditional formatting. So you want the cells to be highlighted. You want the cells to be highlighted. So you have it highlighted. You want the columns to be highlighted. You have it highlighted. Okay, there's one that is not here that I would like to treat. It's part of the formatting, but I want to treat it because it's not part of this course and I want us to know it, and it's very important because we need it for this dicta. So can you see my screen? Okay, I'll show you how conditional formatting works before I go to text to column. Okay, so conditional formatting, you go to home, and then under style you will see conditional formatting. This is where it is. So conditional formatting, once you click on conditional formatting, you see some things. Highlight cell rules, rules that are greater than a certain amount, this is it. Rules that are less than a certain amount, rules that are between a certain amount, rules that are equal to, text that contains, date occurring, duplicate value. So you can click, you don't need to worry, like OBS did not show the, is not giving provisions for me to show the to show the commands inside the group, but I'll screenshot it, I'll screenshot my screen and drop it on the group chat so that everybody is aware, and anytime you replay the video you can use that to follow up. Okay, so conditional formatting, so you can highlight cell rules. There are highlight cell rules greater than maybe 1,000, less than 500, between 1,000 and 8,000, equal to 9,000, text that contains, a date occurring, a duplicate value. So this is what conditional formatting does, and it is very, very powerful, very, very powerful, because it helps you to really, really, really make use of your data in the way you want it to be. So there's another one, then top and bottom rule, top 10 items, top 10%, top 10 items, bottom 10 items, bottom 10%, above average, below average. So it's also a conditional rule. So you can use these rules to set a standard. Then the next one is data bar. Data bar is used to set grid lines, solid fill. Let's say you are working on a set of data and you want it to have a certain color, like amount within 1,000 and above should have a certain color, below 1,000 should have this color, above 5,000 should have this color, the radiant of the color, the spread of the color, like that, in the form of a bar chart. So it is data bar that you see it. You see grid fill and solid fill. Then color scale, how you want the scale of the color to be. Do you want it from light to dark, dark to light? And then there are more rules involved. Then there are icon sets. You want to show shape, indicators. Some of the indicators that you've seen me use, you can get them from here. That's the truth. You can get them from here. These are indicators. Directional indicators. We have shapes. We have normal indicators. We have rating. There are even more rules here for you to use. So icon sets is a very useful tool too. You can use it for everything in Excel. They are very useful, very, very useful. So it helps give beauty to your data. So you can set a new rule for yourself, how you want it to be. You can clear up the old rules, and then set an entirely new rules for you to work with, especially when you are working on a large data set. You may just need to set the rules so that you don't have to be going to click and click and click. So anytime that you select the entire set, the new rule will just automatically do what you expect it to do for you. That's the importance of conditional formatting. You can manage your rules how you want your rule to be. Get it? This is where you manage rules. This is where you set rules too. So you can set the rule here. I don't know if you are seeing this screen. You can set the screen. You can set it, you can condition it, manage the rules. That's what you can do. However, I know that the last one I would like to talk on is text to column. Text to column. I will end with that. I'll continue from there tomorrow. I already had a course curriculum for this, so I thought I would be able to rush it up, formatting and working with data within the 1 hour. But it's like formatting took a lot of time. So I will continue with working with data tomorrow, and I'll add working with data to the next topic, to the topic I'm supposed to treat tomorrow. So it means I'm going to treat 2 topics tomorrow, working with data and the other topic I was supposed to treat tomorrow. So I'll treat both of them tomorrow. But for now, I'll end with this because we are far behind time. Time is already far gone. So the last thing I'll talk about in today's class is text to column. So I'll give you this. I'll also send you this data. I'll do mine. I'll put mine in sheet 1. I'll put the raw data in sheet 2. And I expect you to replicate what I have done in sheet 1, in sheet 2. Does that make sense? So I will do the text to column in sheet 1. What I am going to do in this class, I'm going to do it now. So you will now do, I'll copy the data, the same data, I'll copy it in sheet 2, then you will do the same thing. So I want you to be able to do text to column and anything relating to CSV file. This knowledge will help you when you are doing SQL. It is very, 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 very important. And please take the practices seriously. Take the practicals seriously. There's no score, there's no mark. I'm not grading. There's no first position or second position. But doing it will give you hands-on knowledge on how to use these things and will help you become better in your field of endeavors. So that's the importance of doing this. Thank you. So the text to column is where I am going to go to. Okay. The text to column again. Okay, so I'll just go to the text to column. Is under the data tab. Can you see my screen? I want to ascertain if you can see my screen. Please do let me know if you are seeing my screen. Okay. It is an assignment, so you do it. You are doing what I am going to do. So I will do it, but I want you to do it on your own again, so that you are able to master how it works. Like I said, when you are using large data sets, or let's say you want to advance your knowledge in SQL or in any other data analysis tool, it will help you to use it well. So I will just go there. So you go to data tab. You go to data tab. It's one of the menu on top of the screen. Once you go to data tab, the next thing you want to go to is data tools. Like I said, the group is called data tools. And then you will see text to column beside, like the first in the data tool is text to column. So we want to convert this text into column. You can see Mary, F, 6919, Anna, F, 2698. So we want to convert this into a meaningful data for us to use. So we just do text to column. What is our delimiter? So what is our delimiter? So what's a delimiter? A delimiter is characters such as commas or tab separate each field. That's a delimiter. So what you use to separate each field. So fix I'll go back. So once you click on text to column, once you see delimiter, you see the next one you see is fixed width. Fixed width is you want to adjust the line to match with where you are cutting it, where you are splitting the column. But I am not going to be using fixed width because my data contains comma, so I'll be using delimiter. Delimited. The delimited that I'll be using, immediately I click on the delimited, the next thing I'll do is I'll click on next. As I click on next, I will see options there. It said this screen lets you set the delimiters your data content. You can see how your text is affected in the preview below. So delimiter, am I using tab? Am I using semicolon? Am I using comma? Am I using space, or am I using order? So if I'm using order, I will just put the order there. But in this case, I'm using comma, so I will just click on comma. So it will automatically divide this data into 3 parts, where the name appears, then the sex appears, and then the other numbers attached to them appears. So you just see what I'm saying. Are you seeing it? So what used to be female Mary, F, 6919 has now turned to Mary, female F in the next cell, and the 6919 in the next column cell. So that's how text to column works. So text to column help you divide texts that are joined together. So any text that you see that is joined together, text to column help you divide it. That's what text to column does. So I'll send you the data, and then I expect you to do the same thing for me. You're not exactly submitting it, just let me know if you've done it. You can screenshot it and paste it on the group chat, something like that. Screenshot and paste on the group chat, so you can score yourself that, oh, you've done it. I would like if it's okay. If I don't like, it could be okay, maybe I didn't see it. But if it's not okay, I'll also let you know that it's not okay and how you can do it better. That would be the end of today's class. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being part of this segment. If you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe. Please subscribe. Okay, thank you very much. And you can also share this the link to this class if you have friends who are also wanting to advance their knowledge in Excel. You can share this link with them. The first class is, I created a playlist for this, so the first class is in the same playlist as this class. All the classes will be in the same playlist, so after you watch one, it will take you directly to the next one. So that will be all for today's class. That will be all for today's class. So like I said, kindly subscribe if you have not. And here comes the end of today's class. And I would like to say thank you for joining and have a nice time. Bye.